Spending a lot of time outdoors or on the trails can often leave your electronic devices dead. In this video, I'm going to show you one of my favorite power banks and how it can keep your devices charged for days at a time. Hey guys, Chris here with Midwest ATV. This week I was actually planning on doing a LED light bar product review. However, unfortunately the audio did not turn out on that and I had to scratch the whole video. So as you could probably see from behind me, I am now in a hotel and unable to redo that video at this time. So plan on that being here next week. In the meantime, I'm going to stick with the theme from last week and do another electronics device. If you missed last week, it was a waterproof speaker that we talked about. And this week, we're going to go with what you could use to charge that, which is the Anker PowerCore 2100. Features on this device real quick. This is over 20,000 milliamp hours. So milliamp hours, which is usually just seen on a device as an MAH, measures a battery energy storage capacity. So to put that into an easier perspective, most cell phones are somewhere between 3 to 3,500 mAh. So with that said, this will charge most cell phones many times over. They also boast what they call PowerIQ technology with safety systems, which essentially is able to identify the type of device you have and deliver an optimum high-speed charge while also protecting it from any sort of battery damage issues. Going into the device itself, physically, as you can see, it's pretty compact. If it's hard to tell in the video, I guess I would compare it, if you think of like a masonry brick, just a standard brick, I'd say it's probably about a third of the size of a standard brick. So it's pretty compact, especially for the punch it holds. Moving on to the front side here, this has dual charging ports, so you can actually charge a cell phone and your Bluetooth speaker, or a cell phone and a camera. Whatever you got, it'll charge two devices at the same time. The third input on here is for charging the actual power bank itself, which is one of the bigger cons, I believe, is the long charge time that the power bank itself has. So the power bank itself takes quite a while to charge. If we move around to the side, this device has only one button on it. When you press that button, 4 LEDs will light up, or I should say up to 4 LEDs. That is your charge indicator, showing you how much of a charge the power bank actually has left in it. That's pretty much it. There's not much else to this device. It doesn't even have a power button, which I thought was really weird at first, but I actually have learned to like it because it auto detects when you plug in a device. So you plug in your charging cable, and then when you plug in your actual device, it will instantly turn on and start charging your device. You unplug that device and it will just shut itself off. So not having a power button is obviously one less thing to break, and it just makes the device that much more simple. That's really all there is to it. This is pretty simple otherwise. Moving into the pros and cons. Number one pro for this obviously is its huge charging capacity. That 20,000 plus milliamp hours is awesome. I love a device where I can take it for the whole weekend and go camping and ride the four-wheeler and whatever else and charge my phone and camera all weekend long and not have to worry about the power bank dying. The second pro to this is the dual charging port. So if you and your wife or boyfriend or whatever, husband, want to charge at the same time, you can charge both your cell phones at the same time off of this one device. No need to buy two. The third thing is the PowerIQ technology and safety systems, which allow for that faster charge without actually damaging your battery. The fourth thing is the protective case. It does come with a protective case. It's not real big. It's barely even a protective case. It's kind of made out of a netting material, but it is nice because it'll help keep your device from getting scratched. So I'll normally leave it in there, and if I'm outdoors, I'll usually still leave it in there and just plug my power cord right in there while it's still in this case, and it'll just charge my device that way. The last pro I'm going to talk about is the brand. So Anker is a very popular charging brand, and they make quality products which they stand behind. If you don't know who they are, they make car chargers, home chargers, power banks, and other products, but their charging line is I guess, part of their pride and joy. and they make very good quality products. In fact, they're the only charging style product I will actually go out and buy anymore. I know cell phones come with one, but most of us want a second charger, a car charger, a power bank, all that. I always go right to Anker because they stand behind their products. I've had nothing but good experiences with them, and their quality is awesome. With that said, I did have one of their products go out on me after having it a very short amount of time. I contacted the company. They sent another one out like that. I mean, there was no arguing or no questioning. They just apologized and sent me another one. So it was an awesome customer experience, which is hard to say nowadays, right? Because most customer experience or most customer service places are terrible. So with that said, however, there are a few cons to these. The number one con is the large charge time. You really have to plan ahead with this. This device takes, if it's fully dead, takes 10 hours to charge from completely dead to completely full. So it's not something you can stick on the charger an hour before you're planning on leaving for the weekend. You got to plan ahead, do it the day before, the night before, whatever it may be. The second con, which is another huge con, is the fact that it is not waterproof. Being big in the outdoor world, especially when it comes to being on ATVs and mud holes and all that, obviously waterproof stuff is a plus. What I usually do is I put it in the netting bag that it comes with, and then I put it in either a Ziploc bag or a waterproof cinch bag. And then I'll usually just pull it part way out when I need to plug my cable in and go that route. I do have a waterproof power bank. The reason I'm not doing a review on it is because it's not that great, right? So I don't know how well the $200 waterproof power banks work. I can't say I've ever used one of those. But I know that on the lower end, I've had a couple, and they all end up being just terrible power banks that I can't really rely on. So what's the point of it being waterproof if it's not even going to do a good job and last me more than a few weeks? With that said, the third and last con I have on this is it does not support the Qualcomm quick charge. So if you don't know what that is, there's a decent chance your phone has it. Qualcomm makes, it's the company that makes a lot of parts on your cell phone, but one of them being the charging port. So that like Quick Charge 2.0, Quick Charge 3.0 that you often hear about, that's often made by Qualcomm. With that said, they do talk about their PowerIQ technology and how it's able to deliver an optimum high-speed charge. So it kind of does make up for it in that sense. I haven't noticed any issues with it charging my phones or other devices. I think it charges at a decent rate. So I'm not too concerned about that one, but they mention it, and I thought I should as well, just to make sure we covered all bases. So with that said, guys, that's all I got. I'm going to put a link for this power bank in the show notes below, as well as a second link, which is going to kind of be the overall Anker Powerbanks. They have a large variety. Some are very big, so if you want one that's huge, because you're going to be out there for a long time, definitely check that out. Otherwise, if you want something very small and compact, they have those options as well. So otherwise, go ahead and leave a comment below if you've used one of these Anker Powerbanks. Let me know your thoughts. I'm curious to hear from some of you as well. I know we haven't gotten any trail reviews out there yet, but we are working on it. Hopefully going to be hitting the trail this weekend. If not this weekend, then next weekend, so we can start getting you guys those trail reviews. All right, that's all I got for now.